In commemoration of the upcoming Memorial Day observance, I would like to tell the stories of three Addison area men who made the ultimate sacrifice during World War II. They were Wilbert Bacchus, Ernest Brooke, and Roy Milkert. On October 24, 1918, Wilbert A. Bacchus was born to Herman and Matilda Feeney Bacchus and raised on the family farm in Addison. After receiving his education from St. Paul's Lutheran School, Bacchus worked as a farmhand. On July 31, 1941, Bacchus enlisted in the U.S. Army. He received his military training at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, Camp Shelby, Mississippi, Camp Sutton, South Carolina, Camp Blanding in Florida, and Camp Gordon in Georgia. He was sent overseas for duty in August 1943. Per a mailing list of active local servicemen from St. Paul's Evangelical Lutheran Church, dated May 1943, Bacchus was listed as a corporal with the 1st Battalion Service Battery, 166th Field Artillery. This unit was later reorganized as the 938th Field Artillery Battalion. Bacchus took part in the campaigns in North Africa, Sicily, Italy, and France. In June 1944, he was promoted to the rank of Staff Sergeant. He was killed in action in France on January 1, 1945. According to family members, he died as the result of a bomb concussion during the Battle of the Bulge in northeastern France. A memorial service for Bacchus was held at St. Paul's Evangelical Lutheran Church in Addison on Easter Sunday, April 1, 1945. Bacchus was buried in the American Cemetery in Epinal, France. Sergeant Ernest D. Brooke was born April 15, 1917 in Addison Township to Heinrich and Emma Brooke. Brooke's father was a local farmer, and Ernst attended St. Paul's Lutheran School. On June 23, 1941, Brooke enlisted into the U.S. Army. His enlistment records indicate that he worked in the nursery and landscaping industry. Brooke received his Army training at Camp Roberts, California, Fort Lewis, Washington, Fort Ord, California, and Camp Pickett, Virginia. He went overseas in October of 1942. Brooke was associated with Battery C of the 39th Field Artillery Battalion, which was activated at Fort Lewis, Washington in October of 1940 as an element of the 3rd Division. The unit saw its first action in World War II in Algeria and French Morocco. On the church service mailing list, Brooke is listed as a corporal, and mail was directed to a P.O. Box, Postmaster, New York, New York. Sergeant Brooke was killed in action on August 7, 1943 in Sicily. He was the first casualty of World War II from DuPage County. He was given a full military funeral and was buried in the Zion Lutheran Cemetery in Bensenville, Illinois. He left behind his fiancée, Emma Schmale, who went on to marry another local Addison World War II veteran, Lester Roderman. His younger brother Otto also served in World War II. The son of Fred and Emma Milkert, Roy William Milkert, was born on June 7, 1921 in Schaumburg, Illinois. His father, Fred, had a machine repair shop in Roselle in the early to mid-1920s. Roy and his siblings appear in the annual reports of the Evangelical Lutheran Orphanage of Addison around 1926-1927, and their home was listed as Roselle, Illinois. Apparently, their parents divorced around this time and could no longer care for the children. This is confirmed in the 1930 census, which lists Fred as living in Chicago and divorced, and the children living in the orphanage. In the 1940 census, Roy Milkert is living as a hired hand in Des Plaines, Illinois. On July 31, 1940, he enlists in the U.S. Navy and became a seaman 2nd class. According to Navy muster rolls, he was stationed in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii in April 1941. According to his obituary, he suffered shrapnel wounds to his head during the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. He spent considerable time in Navy hospitals and was honorably discharged from service in January 1942. He died on June 29, 1943, as he was about to undergo an operation to remove shell fragments from his brain at a local hospital. He received a full military funeral by the Des Plaines Post of the Veterans of Foreign Wars and was buried in Ridgewood Cemetery in Des Plaines, Illinois. You can learn more about Addison residents who have bravely served our country in time of war at the Addison Historical Museum. The museum will be open on special hours on Memorial Day, Monday, May 27th, from 9 to 11 a.m., in addition to its regular hours. Admission is free.